Hey there, welcome to the Anarchy Gaming channel, home to the galaxy's worst gamer. I'm your host Mephisto, and today we are going to continue with my team career in F1 2021. Today it's going to be the Monaco Grand Prix, a race I'm not pretty sure how it's going to go, probably very poorly, because as I stated at the end of last video, I have a very long history of not finishing races at Monaco in F1, in Codemasters F1 games, so this is going to be quite interesting. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment sections below. We're also halfway to 1000 subs, and it would be really cool if we could get there before the end of the year, and I can only do it with your help, so please click on that red button. I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to click on the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos or streams I'll do in the future. And lastly, let's try to get this video 20 likes. I think that's reasonable enough amount, so get clicking. I know we can do it, guys. Wink wink. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into my team and see what shenanigans we can get up to. Yeah, we're actually doing a lot better financially this year. Not so good on the research points front, but hey, we'll work with what we have. But first, let me get in here again. For whatever reason, this doesn't deactivating itself. Codemasters, what are you doing? Fix your stuff. Anyway, let's see, let's set some activities. Yeah, focus should be good. Sponsor, advertisement, yeah, driver promotion, that should be fine. No messages. Let's go quickly into R&D and start developing some more stuff. See some aero stuff. Front wing, this for now. Go over here. Insufficient points, okay. So that's everything we can do at the moment there. Let's see. Facilities. Let's spend some money here. Yeah, let's do analysis suite. Sounds like a good investment at the moment. And I think we are done for the moment here. So let's move on. And that's absolutely fantastic. Great news. Okay, so let's see this personnel department event.
Personnel department needs some assistance to reach a resolution here.
Let's accept.
That well. Thank you.
Sure. Let's move on. And we have a press interview coming up. Okay. This is gonna be fun.
Well, it's great to be back at your headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions.
Sure.
We've seen ex-driver Lucas Weber has been spending quite a lot of time with your team recently. We understand he's been working as some kind of consultant. What's that been like?
Well, we've known Weber for quite some time now, and he's a very pleasant guy to work with, and we accept we enjoy his expertise around here, so yeah.
The recent flooding at the factory must have been a significant setback for your team. How much impact does something like that actually have?
Well, it's unfortunate, but, you know, we're doing everything we can to mitigate long-term damages. The best thing we can do at this point is clean up and hope that we haven't had very big losses, so, you know, we can focus on developing the car further on in the season.
Sources inside your team have described the environment as a pressure cooker, with growing concerns about how much pressure your staff are under to hit deadlines. Care to comment?
Well, sometimes sacrifices need to be made, you know. We need to meet certain goals, and sometimes you have to be a little bit harsh. In this sport, everyone is very competitive. Everyone wants to be on the edge of technology and on the edge of their capabilities. So, you know, you have to be a bit harsh in order to be able to stay competitive with the very best.
It's always tough to stay on the cutting edge of technology. Will you be updating your facilities in the near future?
Well, I can't say anything for certain yet, but we do have some big changes coming to our departments, especially our powertrain and Well, we'll have to just wait and see when that's going to be. Really?
We've heard good things about your personnel department here. How important is it to your overall organization?
It's the beating heart of our organization. Without them, we would be lost, really. We really cannot do anything without them.
Well, thanks so much as ever for your time. It's hugely appreciated.
Thank you. Okay, with that out of the way, let's move on to the Monaco Grand Prix. This is probably going to be a show to be remembered. Or not. It's not going to be good. I can promise you that. Let's go. Alright, so it looks like we have some messages here. Weekend preview. I've attached the preview. Okay. And weather forecast. It looks like it's going to be nice weather for the entire weekend, which is really, really nice. With that said, let's get practicing. And I completely botched that. That was my first time coming out of the pits, and I already crashed the car. So this is going to be absolutely fantastic.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Verstappen, Bottas, and Sergio Perez. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Thank you, Crafty. Well, this doesn't bode well for us, but hopefully I'll be able to get my crap together. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, looks like we have a message here. Let's see what it's all about. Well, yeah, of course, the breather points were low. I didn't even complete a freaking lap. Anyway, let's go to P2. Hopefully this time things will turn out a little bit better. Here's hoping, at least. Okay, so we are about to start our first practice program, tire management. And hopefully it'll go well, at least so far. I at least managed to come around the track. Okay, coming around, I'm managing to keep my tires nice, but
Speed up. Our tyre data is no good unless we're doing a representative pace. If we don't get our time delta back in the green, we'll need to rerun this program.
thank you, Jeff, for interrupting me. Okay, second attempt. See if it works.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
It doesn't really work. I'm keeping the tires in purple, but I cannot get the lap times. And that... oh, that went well. Not really. Okay, so that's the session over, obviously.
That wasn't much help to us.
That last lap wasn't good because I destroyed my front wing. I don't know what that lag was all about, but yeah, session's over. Okay, time to start our second program, fuel management. This is probably going to go just as well as the previous program, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, coming around to set our first lap.
No good. We need you to improve on that.
I managed to keep fuel consumption in the purple, but times are off. And I hit the inside of the barrier there and spin the car around. Oh, this is fantastic. So obviously this lap is not good either. Oh, coming around to finish the fuel management program, and it went
Over, but I'm
terribly.
afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're gonna have to run it again.
No, we're not. We're not going to run it again, Jeff. Okay, come on, brakes. Oh, really?
Right. Engine off.
the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. Hamilton, Perez, and Daniel Ricciardo. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Thank you, Crafty. Well, that went smashingly. Anyway, let's move on.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk
Oh,
about it.
it's her.
What's that issue in practice? A new component?
An idiot at the wheel. Can you give me that option, Codemasters? No? No, because you're fucking idiots.
It didn't look like you put much time into practice today. Is there a reason?
Are you a fucking idiot? I crashed the car. How am I supposed to put much time into practice with a broken fucking car? Who the fuck hired this chick to do interviews? Whatever.
Appreciate your time.
Fuck off. Okay, final session and final practice program. Hopefully we can at least do one of them properly. But we'll see, I guess. Well, this is the first lap and it's not looking very good.
You weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
I'll try. Although I'm not promising to do any better, but hi-ho. Second lap is just as bad. And of course I hit my wing. Come on!
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
I crashed the car intentionally. That's what happened, Jeff. Shut the fuck up.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Hamilton, and Lando Norris. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Yeah, whatever. Well, that's practice over. It all went absolutely as planned. Why the fuck do we race at Monaco? Why? Never mind. Worst place ever. Okay, it looks like we have a message here. Try not to panic. Well, that's easy. Try not to get impatient. That's the difficult part with me, Jeff. So F you. Okay. Well, that went exactly as I expected it to. So we will start from the very back of the grid. I was almost 2 seconds slower than the slowest car, so this is going to be an absolute shit show. Hope you're ready for that, cause I'm not. Prepare for ultimate rage.
Good day today. Let's have your
Oh,
team.
fantastic day.
You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
No, he's an asshole. Pure and simple. That's why I lost to him, because he's an asshole.
Your qualifying pace didn't put you at the front of the grid. Will this be a problem tomorrow?
The front of the grid. You're joking. You want to see the worst car on the grid at the front. Are you really that dumb? Who the hell hired you to be a reporter? Gee.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, whatever.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up. It's not the end of the world.
You'll get over yourself, Jeff. You'll get over yourself. Anyway, we have a message, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go racing then.
Nelson Piquet once said that driving the Circuit de Monaco was like riding a bicycle around your living room. And it's not hard to see what he means by that. There's no more prestigious a Grand Prix victory than Monaco, but also none so challenging. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 meters up the hill, past the casino, and then descend downwards towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners at Saint-Devote. And don't expect to see much overtaking here today. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Now, I want to talk to you about Valtteri BOTTAS. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And Valtteri BOTTAS will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez. Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Gasly, and Esteban Ocon. Stroll, Hamilton, they've taken a grid penalty. Antonio Giovinazzi and Tsunoda. Mick Schumacher, Joe. Luca Giotto and Artem Markelov. Latifi, Iceman. Russell and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, it looks like I'm not starting right from the back of the grid. I'm guessing those two guys got some sort of a penalty. Anyway, let's quickly take a look at this and use personalized the personalized strategy, and let's get going. Right, so first off, formation lap. I'm not expecting much from this race at all. I don't even think I'll be able to finish. But I'll try my best.
All the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Okay, here we are back on the grid. And it's time to go racing. Okay, my car didn't want to start from the grid. Okay, so we already lost those two positions. We gained through the AI receiving penalties, grid penalties. Fantastic. Okay, so everyone's pulling away from me at this point. And given that I really don't have any guts to push the car more and harder through the streets of Monaco, I'm at least going to try and finish the race, even if in last place.
Our gap to the car in front is 7.7 seconds.
But at least we're still in the race. Well, that ended quickly.
That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the
I
marshal.
touched the curb on the outside there, and that spun the car around. There was not much I could do there. Well. Oh well. That's that, I guess. And in order to, because there was not a lot of nothing, if I could talk, because there was not a lot going on in this race, I think I'm going to record the next race as well and merge them into one video, because, well, I want to at least give you guys something interesting to watch. So yeah, let's move on.
It's the one that everyone wants to win, and they've only gone and done it. What a fantastic result here at Monaco. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalize on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Thank you, Crafty. So, the race results are Max Verstappen in first with Charles Leclerc in second, third Valtteri BOTTAS, Lando NORRIS for fifth, Daniel Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton only sixth, although he did start from 12th, I think he had a penalty, Carlos Sainz 7th, 8th, Pierre Gasly 9th, Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon is 10th. Let's quickly take a look at the championship standings. Valtteri BOTTAS is leading from Max Verstappen, who is in second, and Lando Norris in third. And in the constructors, we have Mercedes leading by 31 points over Red Bull, who are in front of McLaren, who are in third. We are down, our team is down in 8th at the moment, so yeah. So not a good race weekend, but I didn't expect much here, to be honest. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to record the next race as well and merge them into one video because, well, there really wasn't much happening in this race, and the whole weekend was pretty naff. So hopefully, I'm not sure what the next race is, but hopefully that will go a little bit better. Anyway, let's move on. Losing our championship rival to our championship rival. Can't talk anymore. Not a lot of money earned there, but okay, so we have some activities to distribute here, so let's get cracking with that, and I think that should be okay. Have some R&D to do available, but I don't have enough funds. Oh, I could get that. I could get that as well, and I can get that, and that's all the points spent. Okay, fine. Let's see where we can spend our money here. That would be 12 mil, that's 5 mil, no, or 3.5. Okay, let's durability now. Okay, let's actually put some money in build time for durability stuff, and let's move on. So it's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, another street circuit. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit better there.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Thank you. So, let's go to Baku. Yay, another street circuit. It's going to be fun. No, it's not. Alright, so we have some messages before we get into practice, and it's from Andrea. Okay, that's good. Jeff says there's might be rain in the race, which makes me really happy. No, it doesn't. But oh well, whatever will happen, we'll deal with it once we're there. Anyway, let's start practice. Okay, and because my navigation around this track is absolutely terrible, I'm going to put on my training wheels so I know which way corners go. It's not really for braking, but to know which corners go where. Really, that's my problem. Okie dokie. So my computer just decided to crash just before, just as I was about to exit the pit. So hopefully that won't happen again. But we are now starting our first practice program, tire management. Hopefully this will go well. Better than in Monaco at least.
Talk you through the numbers.
Yeah, so I managed to complete my tire wear program after just 2 laps, which is really fantastic. So let's move on to the next program. Okay, just about to start our next practice program, which is fuel management. Hopefully this will go just as well as tire management. Damn it. That's going to make it harder. Damn it!
Bottas, Gasly, and Daniel Ricciardo. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Thank you, Crofty. Well, after that last crash, I was left with no time in this session to complete the fuel management program, so we'll have to do that in free practice too, I'm afraid, but oh well, we'll manage. Okay, time to give fuel management program another go. Hopefully this time it will go a little bit smoother than the first time. Oh, damn it! What the hell are you doing?
Are you alright? Engine off.
Is he an idiot? Fucking hell. What the hell is... What a fucking idiot, dude. What a fucking idiot. Thank you for nothing. Well, that went freaking brilliantly until... I don't know who it was, but that fucking McLaren. Fuck McLaren and fuck whoever was driving. What was he doing there? Gee, fuck. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so here we are now in the final practice session, starting our last practice program, which is race strategy. And hopefully there won't be any McLarens to crash into us this time. That happened.
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Oh, really? Oh, damn it. Okay, it's time to call it off. That's enough. I had enough practice for one day. Okay, so despite all of our problems in practice, aside from fuel management program, we did actually pretty well. We've managed to achieve all of our objectives for tire management and race strategy, so it's still pretty good. Okay, so it's time to move on to qualifying then.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Hamilton, Norris, and Lance Stroll. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Thank you, Crofty. So, these are the standings after free practice 3. Unfortunately, I'm at the very bottom, but this is a street circuit, and street circuits are the kinds of circuits where I don't really dare push the car too much, because even when I don't push too hard, I still end up in the barriers, so I have to be quite cautious around here. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, we have a message. Let's check that out right quick. Baku City, don't get lost. Okay. Well, I won't get lost because I turned on the racing line for exactly that purpose. Because otherwise I'd probably end up somewhere in Malaysia. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so we are just about to start qualifying, and I'm going to do my customary 1 lap for Q1 and see where that puts us. Alright, crossing the line, and that's a 142.7. Probably not the best, but that puts us in P3 at the moment, and now P4. But we'll have to see where that lead puts us at the end of the session. Okay, so that's it for qualifying. Lewis Hamilton finishes the session in first with Max Verstappen in second and Valtteri Bottas third. And I'm all the way down in 20th, which means we will not be moving on to Q2, but that's fine. George Russell, Mick Schumacher, Artem Markelov, Nicolas Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin are also out of qualifying. I'm actually surprised that I didn't qualify dead last, but well, we'll see what this will do for us. Probably not much, but hey, at least it's something.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Well,
Your teammate beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else?
I think they have a better setup, so that's probably what helped them.
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
Well, considering that we are a backmarker team, I don't really think there's even the question of starting from the front. So anyway, I'm going to try to make the best of my situation and see where we end up.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. At least this time she didn't put stupid questions. Or didn't ask stupid questions. I can talk, I promise.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Andreas. Or Andrea, really. So we have a message here from Jeff, pre-race. Good luck today. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully you won't be talking to me too much to annoy me. But anyway, let's go racing then.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. It's 3.7 miles around a lap of Baku City Circuit then, with 7 rights and 13 lefts, giving us a total of 20 corners. Watch out for the safety car today. Incidents are already common on this circuit, and the wet conditions will only make things worse, particularly through the incredibly narrow turn 8. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and will start from pole position. And Valtteri BOTTAS will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Sainz, Perez, Tsunoda and Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton. They've taken a grid penalty. Antonio Giovinazzi and Ocon, Joe, Giotto, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Markelov, Iceman, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, so let's check out our strategy. Well, there's only one strategy. It looks like the entire session is going to be under wet conditions. I'm not very happy about that, but there's not much I can do about that at this point, so let's go. And here we are for the formation lap. My hopes for this race aren't very high, but I'll try to at least finish the race this time.
Good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tires and brakes up to temperature.
Okay, so first time racing in the rain around here. This is nerve-wracking, but we'll see how things go. Again, my aim is only to finish the race, as I completely botched the start there and lose 2 positions, so we're down in P22 now. So try to get on the inside of Latifi there, but it didn't really work. Again, my main concern is just to finish the race. Getting ahead of others is just a bonus. Oh. The car is really struggling for grip. It's starting to fall behind. This isn't good.
Don't panic just yet, but we've seen a problem at our end. We're looking into it.
Oh, great. That's what I needed. Problems.
It looks like we're experiencing an ERS software glitch.
Oh, that came in at the best time possible. You couldn't have waited until I was on a straight. No, you couldn't. You had to do it right then when I needed to concentrate the most. Thank you, Jeff. Best mechanic ever. Okay, so coming into the pits to change our front wing because our dear mechanic Jeff is only capable of talking when I need to concentrate the most. So, yeah. Thank you for that, Jeff. You're the best mechanic in the whole wide world. Mechanic of the year, that's what you deserve. So any chances I might have had to... Oh, come on, car! Anyway, any chances I might have had to do well, or, you know, even gain a position, just went out the window. Thank you, Jeff, for that. Okay, so Yuki Tsunoda is out of the race. Not sure what happened to him, but we'll probably have a replay. And I'm out of the race as well, because I'm a fucking idiot. Damn it!
Here we are then, it's victory in Azerbaijan. Great work from the whole team here at the track and back at the factory as well. And some pretty handy driving for good measure. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So, let's review the drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri BOTTAS, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, here are the top 10 drivers for the race. Valtteri BOTTAS in wins, with Lewis Hamilton in second, Lando Norris third, fourth, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc fifth, sixth, Daniel Ricciardo seventh, Fernando ALONSO, Perez eighth, ninth, Lance Stroll, and Carlos Sainz, the last point scorer, in 10th. Let's quickly take a look at the standings. We have Valtteri BOTTAS leading the championship with Max Verstappen in second and Lewis Hamilton in third. We are all the way down in 15th, and in the constructors, we have Mercedes leading from Red Bull and McLaren, who are in third. So here's the replay of Yuki Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri coming very slowly through the rain, and not quite sure what's happened. Oh, he goes wide and crashes into the barrier, but I'm pretty sure that's not what caused the retirement. He might be having some technical difficulties, but he pulls to the side, and that's his race over. I can talk. And obviously soon after that I retired, because I'm an absolute genius behind the wheel. Ah, boy. Anyway, that is it for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, I guess. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. 2 races, and both of them were a complete mess. So did well this time. Yeah, very, very well. But the next race is going to be the Canadian Grand Prix, and I'm really hoping that I'll be able to do much better there. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.